Well, hello everybody, Sarah, Nami, and Gabby here today. And today we actually want to talk about a topic that maybe doesn't get talked about all that much or gets kind of skirted around because it's a little bit controversial, but it is the magic of energy healing and the alignment and why it a lot of times is, misunderstood or kind of shoved into a category of bah humbug. And, we are going to kind of all share a little bit about why or how our energy healing story has changed our overall journey, right? And for me and myself, I was fortunate enough that I grew up with some degree of energy therapy being done in the household, Gabby being my mom. And I fortunately, was able to experience it from, 8, 9, 10 years old, but I didn't really dabble in it myself very much. I did Reiki level at 1 at 14 years old, but that was kind of it. And then really nothing happened. And I went just high school, college, went to nursing school, all the typical usual things. But I was in my first year of nursing and I was working with oncology patients, and even with the medications that they received for helping with their nausea, all the side effects that come with chemotherapy, they were still just so miserable. And that's kind of where that, flame was lit again, where I said, well, there's got to be something else. And I started looking around and I kind of found slash returned back to energy healing and energy therapy. And from then on, it's been part of my life. I practice it every single day in one shape or form. And it has helped me a lot to not only grow, but also feel a lot more centered and in my body. And it has helped me to help other people, which is, kind of one of the key goals that I think the three of us here have is to elevate and uplift other people on their journey, which is really just privilege and an honor. And when there's days that I don't use energy therapy healing, I can tell that my energy overall, and I'm talking about like physical, I have energy to go and work out, energy is lower. I feel more tired. I feel kind of just overall muted down and blah. And so it is something that I actually really need in order to feel good at this point. And I'm curious to hear about Gabby's story and Anami's story, maybe in that order.
Yeah, sure. For me, it started in the early 20s when the doctors told me I have to live with my over 80 allergies and with my severe back pain I had at that time. And at first it was a big shock. And then I said, I'm not accepting that. And that's where my journey started, looking for alternatives, working with a natural path. And later on, I came across a wonderful energy worker, and she really helped me to heal all these allergies and help to heal my back and all the emotions connected to it with everything I experienced in my childhood. And that made me so curious just to learn more about it. And I was working for many, many years as a kindergarten teacher, but on the side, I started to take classes, learn different modalities, and then when we moved to Texas, is it now 9 years, 10 years ago, I said, okay, now I want to make this cut from working in school to have my own business, helping people to gain back the power over their own health, like I experienced it. And then I found out I have to be a massage therapist to be able to touch people. That at least was the easiest way. So I went for massage school, got my certification in healing touch, and then I opened my own practice. And seeing people change through the work of the energy work is just amazing. How they get healthy again, how they are empowered. And also for me, it's in my daily routine. In the morning, the first thing I do some energy work, including gratitude, and um, then setting the tone for the day. And in the evening too, some clearing, because I'm very sensitive from everything what's going around. So I do that in the evening. Even if I forget that, I really feel the difference.
Yeah. What about you, Nami?
Well, I think I've always felt energy since I was little. I didn't realize when I would touch somebody, I would get electrical shock and feel their pain, their emotion, their whatever. And I'm looking at pictures back as when I was little and having my hand on someone's leg, not realizing that their leg was bothering them and I was holding their leg or what have you. But I didn't realize it until I became a massage therapist back in 1995, that I honestly always thought I was very slow because I had severe learning disabilities. But when a woman came up to me and I worked on her as a massage therapist, I was going to massage school. She said, it's not about the grade. It's about the energy that you put out, and your energy is way expanded out here. And people can feel your energy when you come into a room. And I'm going to suggest that you pull your energy in. And I didn't know what the heck she was talking about because I didn't know what energy was. So that was a very aha moment, but I still didn't understand. So then I went to Ohio and I had the Bowen technique done. And now I do that as I went and got certified in it. Didn't understand it, just thought it was part of my massage practice. And as I was doing massage and physical therapy, I realized I was also shifting energy on people. People would get say they had a prescription for a back pain or lumbar area. I would work on their neck because I would see the energy, not knowing I was seeing energy on them. So I felt, at the time, this was a curse because I'm like, okay, they told me lumbar area, but I'm working on the cervical spine. So as the physical therapist, can you think maybe we could say a prescription for physical therapy instead of just a certain area? So we started doing that, and we were both doing that energetically as well. Going forward, I had a gentleman in Ohio that I moved to after being in New York, and he showed me apophyllite. And he put me in a chair of apophyllite in a grid, and my hair stood up. And I thought he was actually I was the puppet. He was a puppeteer. And I go, what are you doing? And he goes, oh, his name is Tom Stone. How apropos. He said, that's called energy, my friend. That you felt. And it was like that aha moment, like, wow, all this stuff that I was doing massage, all the stuff I was doing when I was little, it was an aha moment for me. That, wow, energy, you don't have to touch it. You don't have to, you can't see it, but you can sure feel it. So it was an aha moment for me. And then later, I'm doing the paintings and people are telling me about different things, but my son was the one that was teaching me a lot more than a teacher did. He was my mentor. So there is magic to this, but the magic is more, it's way more than what we know. How's that? It's way more than what we give credit for. Like this rock is called an apophyllite, and it is 10%. We give it 10% of its wisdom when it has way more. So energy is, to me, it's all around us. We just need to pay attention to that energy. And if I don't do stuff in my house on a daily basis, I am so much like Gabby. I have to do meditation every day. I do my gratitudes in the morning. I do 101 before I get out of bed. I do some before I go to bed. I do Ho'oponopono. I'm doing a class right now on Ho'oponopono with Joe Vitale, which I didn't know I had since 2019. So I tried to keep meditation and drinking a lot of water and really trying to open up more to my surroundings and being off the phone, being off the computer, and just being with nature, going to the beach, being with energy and talking to it, because it does respond to us. You know, it sounds crazy, but if you talk to a tree, I guarantee something will either fall on you or it'll have the breeze through you. So to me, that's energy. So that's if I don't do that every day, I'm the same way Gabby's and you. We're lost. We don't feel connected, and we're not connected. We disconnect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we
Yeah,
just
not grounded. Yeah,
right.
absolutely. So thank you for sharing, by the way, you guys, but what do you think, because I think you kind of already mentioned it, Nami, but what do you think people often misunderstand about energy work? What do you think that where most people just kind of take it the wrong way, I guess, or what's the misperception there?
They think, and this is my opinion on it. I feel people have a wrong, misguided notion of it. They don't realize that it's real. And oh, they're woo-woo. Well, not everybody, and this is the other thing, not everybody feels, not everybody sees, not everybody hears, not everybody knows. It's all in our gifts. If we hear a voice, we're clairaudient. Clairvoyant is to see. So everybody's going to interpret things differently with their gifts. And I feel sometimes our gifts are shut down because of school, church, family, belief systems. And we're here to bring that magic back. Children have the magic all the time. All the time. So I feel that, I hope that answers the question about the energy, because it's more complicated than you can really, but I feel that, people judge, and they're really judging sometimes something they don't understand. And we're here to teach. This is part of this platform, is to teach people to ignite their light and their gifts. Because not everybody has the same gifts.
No, yeah. And it's so important right now. Anyway, it's time for
it's time. Absolutely.
people to wake up. Yeah, absolutely. What do you think, Gabby? What do you think is most often or a lot of times misunderstood about energy work?
Yeah, I think a lot of people shrug off energy healing as a placebo, or it's just imagination, and or it's just wishful thinking, but it's not. It's really grounded in the very natural world we live in, and everything in the universe, including you and me, is made of energy. Science also has told us this time and again and again. And just think about a situation, when you are in a room with a buzzing energy, you feel it. Or if you come in a room where just, let me say, a couple had a big fight, you feel this tension in the room. And that's energy. And that's where also energy work taps into.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah. And that's all this misconception about it.
Yeah. It's tuning into the best version of you, right? Now, okay, I already mentioned this. I'm a nurse. I like to be a skeptic, even though I totally know and believe like this works, but I like to have scientific like background things or information. As a side note too, there is a book I'm actually currently reading. It's by Peter Wohlleben, The Heartbeat of Trees. And he, ironically, is a German author who lives in Germany and works in forests, but he talks about energy and energy coming out. He's very skeptical of it all, and he's still like inconclusive about it, but he presents a lot of research. If you really want to dive into it, there is a lot of research that has been done, different institutes and whatnot, that do support some sort of energy or communication happening, right? And so if you um if you think about it, even if you go into the hospital, right? Um, the fact that your body is an electrical energetic system is actually used in the hospital. The medical devices out there, like the EKG or the EEG, for example, or if you had seizures where they put a lot of leads and do a brain EEG of you, they actually measure your body's energy. And that is literally tools that medicine uses to treat and diagnose. So if they already use it that way, then how can we deny the fact that there is energy currents in our body, which then energy doesn't just stay contained to this physical body that we see, but it spreads out, and that's where energy healing then comes in, right? In a similar way, what we do with energy healing is that we focus on aligning and balancing the energy in the system, and not just on the physical level like it is in a hospital where, oh, something is wrong on the EEG. Well, we can give this medication to treat it, but even giving the medication into a system will already change also the person's energetic frequency, because the medication has a frequency, right? And if you take that medication, it changes your energy frequency. And so it's already in the medical system. We just don't really notice it, right? And
Right.
so it's just, I don't know. I think that's something that's baffled me my whole entire nursing career. It's like, it's obviously there. Why are we saying it's not? Why are we saying it's not an integral part um, of who we are and what our body needs and what would be required to really have like a whole mind body um, healing, right? Why not incorporate that into your caretaking team? If you have problems and you're seeing a doctor, you have a case manager, social worker, physical therapist, you name it, we'll add someone that does energy work on you, and you'd be astounded just how much can change for you, because it not only gets fixed, quote unquote, on a physical level, but your energy system will also pull right along if you get it worked on. So it's a nonsense, look at energy healing. It's something that is already there. You just don't necessarily perceive it that way, right?
Well, and here's the thing, amethyst has a frequency.
Yeah.
All these rocks have frequencies. And, people are saying these are taboo. I didn't make this. You didn't make this. God made it. So a lot of people are against crystals, but they have a frequency. And their frequencies a lot of times are expansive and help heal. So if you put a crystal with a tuning fork, I guarantee it's going to give that effect. I mean, singing bowls are a crystal, So that's another thing. The frequencies. CAT scans have frequencies. Do they help you? Does that frequency of a CAT scan or a MRI help you? That's the question. Are they going against us, or are they helping us as we're getting it done? Those
But either way,
yes,
they have an effect, right?
they have an effect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I still remember I did a presentation when I was still taking Healing Touch, and I had to do hours. I can't remember what the hours were for, but I did a presentation on energy work and healing touch to nursing students because I was already working as a nurse. And there's this ball that was engineered that has two metal clips on it. And you have two people holding it. And I actually had everybody in the class standing up and form a circle holding hands. And then the last person connected to the person that had the ball, and one of each person held the metal clips, and the ball lit up. Just alone there, energy current just circulating. They were amazed. They were like, this was something is wrong with this ball. It was messed with, etc. I was like, no, it's real. you
Real.
know?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, and you know, with all that we've said, all that goes to say is, even if you're a skeptic, even if you're not sure that energy therapy is a thing for you, um, the Infinity Alignment is the retreat that is happening this Saturday, and it is a very holistic approach that integrates, you know, methods that we've developed with, that we've worked with, that even if you literally know zero about the energy healing space, you will be able to, you know, join and learn just along as everybody else. And so we really encourage you to join us, and we will be posting the link under this video. We would love to have you there. And it really is designed for anybody that wants to join. There is no need to have any pre-knowledge to any of that. Okay, so I hope that we can see you there, and thank you for joining us.